Sure. Thank you so much. I would start the session with the prayers. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayat. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दयारूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु बुद्धिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु वृत्तिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता या देवी सर्वभूतेषु स्मृतिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। नमस्तेस्तु महामाये श्रीपीठे सुरपूजिते शंखचक्र गदा हस्ते महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। सिद्धि बुद्धदिप्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्रमूर्ते सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते। A very warm good afternoon to all. So today's my topic is response to Western feminist philosophy through Stree Dharma with special reference to Dvaita Vedanta Shaastra. So I'll be starting with the introduction. Stree Dharma Shastra gives a very detailed description about the rights of Bharatiya women. Due to the impact of British colonialism, westernized feminist perspectives, they started criticizing the status of women in Sanatana Dharma. British colonizers were successful in showcasing society of Bharat as a patriarchal Indian society from Vedic age till now is majorly women centric. Women are called as Sanskriti in Shastras. Women are the one who make the Sanskriti continue from one generation to another. The Indian society was balanced in sharing responsibilities between men and women. Britishers showcased the Indian culture, tradition, social structure as a scurvy through which they showed their own culture, tradition, and Christian religion as the superior, and through this technique, they gained the political power and economic prosperity and power. So, decolonizing the Western critical arguments of feminists on the social status of Indian women needs to do through literary proofs of Sanatana Bharatiya Dharma Shastras. So, my talk aims to decolonize the concepts of female rights and rights which are criticized by feminists. And as the Stree Dharma Shastra and the customs related to women exist and have around 10,000 years ago history in India through answering the different critical arguments of feminists through and adding a scientific and of course a logical reasons behind every ritual, tradition, practices, culture uh, prescribed for women by the Bharatiya Dharma Shastras. Sanatana Vedic culture has given value, responsibilities, and opportunities to learn, gain knowledge, and to reach moksha for both men as well as for women equally. So, according to Dharma Shastra, marriage was considered as a punarjanma for Stree. Likewise, it was upanayana for men. Brahmins are usually called as dvija. Dvija means the one who takes uh, uh, birth twice. Uh, Feminists usually criticize that this is only restricted to men, Upanayana, or it may be the Sandhya Vandana, which I'll be discussing in the further slides. But women also have got that right in according to Bharatiya Dharma Shastras, and marriage was considered as Punarjanma for Stree. because the whole personality of women, it may be mentally, physically, psychologically, um, and attitude wise, or handling the situations, completely a woman changes after marriage. So that's why marriage was considered and is considered as a punarjanma for Stree. In fact, in Shastras, it is considered as women who don't get married, don't have the opportunity for moksha. That much value was given for marriage in the Bharatiya Dharma Shastras. According to Sri Madhvacharya, he quotes two particular Sanskrit shlokas: Strinam pradhanam karmeva yatopanayanam tatha. Uh, and the second one is Kanyodita Bata Kuldavaya Tariniti Jaya Sakheti Vachanam Shrutigam Shrutachcha. The translation is done as: women have the privilege to nourish two different families, the one where she is born and brought up, and the second one is where she is married into. So here, to this particular Shastric concept, two modern scholars also support the same. As you can also see their names on the screen, Dr. Werner Mensky, who was a senior lecturer at the University of London, in 1996, he gave a quote: "It's too superficial to dismiss the Hindu approach to women merely as sexist. Hindu texts do not support the exploitation of any section of the society." Here, he's trying to mention about women as well as Shudras, as the criticism basically is done on Shastras, that they exploit Shudras and women. But he is mentioning here that both were not exploited, and Shastras do not mention any such things, but they often differ with many currently popular solutions to such abuse or problems. In the same manner, AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami from ISKCON also commented on the Shastras and how they do not do any discrimination towards women. And the quote is: "It is not that a chaste woman means a pativrata should be a slave while her husband is Naradama." Naradama husband means a husband who does not take care of his wife or his kids, and who is not performing his responsibilities or duties in the family, or who has cheated his wife with another woman. Such a husband is called as Naradhama in Shastras, and is considered as the lowest of the men. And the highest of the men, as we all know, is Purushottama Sri Narayana. Although the duties of a woman are different from those of a man in a family as an institution, a Pativrata Stri is not meant to serve such Naradhama men who is irresponsible husband, which is clearly mentioned in the Shastras, which has been re-quoted by Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Uh, so there is also a story of Kaushika Muni in Harivamsha, which is part of Mahabharata, written by Sri Vedavyasa. And in this particular story of Kaushika Muni, when he goes to gain the bhiksham to one house, a Stree tells him about the knowledge of mukti, and how still he has moha and garva, aham. So she gives him jnana regarding uh, losing ahama for the moksha. This clearly proves that our Shastras believed that women could have more knowledge than uh, a rishi through her daily course. This particular story in Harivamsha doesn't decline the powers or the intellectual capacity of Kaushika Muni. It is just trying to depict the intellectual capacities which women have. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Vedas, Upanishads, Sri Harivamsha, many more such Shastras. They explained a detailed information about female rishis, tapasvinis, and also put light on how these texts also are women centric, not only patriarchal centric or men centric. Um, the Western feminist ideology, coming to that, what is Western feminist ideology? And who are these Western feminists? Are they foreigners, or are they Indians, or are they just females, or men also are part of this group? Basically, majority of the Western feminists who have criticized Stree Dharma are Indians only, colonized Indians. Not only females, but some males also are feminist philosophers. Uh, and there is very less percentage in observing Western foreign feminists who criticize Sri Dharma. So it is basically our own people criticizing our own Shastra, because due to lack of uh, in-depth knowledge about the Shastra and Sri Dharma and rights given to women in the Shastras. And these feminist ideology sees women in the Sanatana Dharma as a tribe who have been subjugated to slavery, restrictions, discrimination, underprivilegedness, unaware about their own rights. So, based on just random observation, the Western feminists have formatted a theory which may very easily uh, brainwash many young girls in India. They have not read the ancient scriptures well and have not studied the Hindu family system and in depth. They are not at all aware about the Shastric rights given to Bharatiya Stree. Uh, but they also don't know that in India till now women are the main people in any family who take the final decision. uh, it may be a small matter or a big matter, women are the final decision makers. These very uh, minute things have not been observed by the Western feminists. Subsequently, these arguments done by a Western feminist cannot be accepted. Female goddesses in the writings of Sri Madhvacharya. So, according to Sri Madhvacharya, Shri, which is also the name of Lakshmi, always must be attributed behind the name of Sri Vishnu. The prayers will not be appreciated by Pranadevaru, who is Anjaneya or Hanuman, and Sri Hari, who is also called as Narayana, and will not be accepted. Sri has to be put behind the name of Hari before worshipping him or before taking his name or reciting his name. The same value has been given by Rudra Deva to Mata Sati or Parvati, Chaturmukha Brahma to Saraswati, and the equal number of god and goddesses can be seen only in Sanatana Bharatiya Dharma. Christianity, Islam, Jainism, Buddhism, etc., they do not have female goddesses with the infinite virtue. It can be only observed in Bharatiya Sanatana Dharma. Sri Lakshmi has the second highest place in the worship after Sri Narayana in the Taratamya Siddhanta, which is a hierarchical gradation done by Sri Madhvacharya. Sri Lakshmi higher than other male gods in guna and position according to Taratamyavada of Sri Madhvacharya. Importance of Mangala Dravyas. I have not taken all the elements of rights and rights of Stree, which are mentioned in Shastras and are criticized by feminists, particularly some of them, which are major ones I have uh, mentioned of. So, Shri Lakshmi Devi is attributed as a Mangala, prosperity. Women who wear the Mangala Dravyas will gain prosperity and spread prosperity in the families, society, particularly in this situation, in fact, in the places where they work. Uh, According to Rukminisha Vijaya, which is written by Sri Vadiraja Tirtha, Gopikas used to wear all the Mangala Dravya and Abharanas while worshipping Lord Sri Krishna. So, according to Shastra, women are the most pious creatures created by Chaturmukha Brahma. And coming to the argument part done by feminists regarding the Mangala Dravyas, bangles, Mangal Sutra, nose rings, necklaces, anklets, tolbandi, dabu, etc. Are the tools to restrict women physically, mentally. Majority of the Hindu jewelry are in circular shape, which is symbolic to handcuffs of the jail. This is the criticism or the argument done by feminist ideology. Coming to the response to that on the basis of Shastras, with the reference of the Dvaita Vedanta Shastra, first one is Arishina and Kunkuma, turmeric and vermilion. The positive qualities of turmeric are already known and widespread through television, social media. Ayurveda also mentions about it. Application of Arishina and Kunkuma are compulsory, particularly for married women, though there is a quite relaxation for unmarried girls. Still, it must be followed by them. Uh, in judiciousness does not have place in women who wear arishina and kunkuma. Kunkuma is called as raga because it is an equilibrium composition of turmeric and lime, lime. Just as how raga is a mixture of different swaras, the kunkuma must be worn in the shape of jyoti or urdhva pundra shape. Particularly in Brahmins, it is majorly worn in the same manner, which can change the destiny of a woman. The vertical height of the kumkum, if it is worn till here, uh, would increase the lifespan of the husband. The two lines, the left and right light line of the kumkum, depict dualistic theory of the Madhva philosophy. God and human both are different. Taratamyavada. Scientifically, also there is a message and answers to the argument of feminist. Scientifically, Sushumna Nadi, and this is also mentioned in the Shastras too, Stree Dharma Shastra. Sushumna Nadi, which is situated in the middle here in this part, is situated in the place on the forehead where kunkuma is applied. This nadi gets activated through applying kumkum, which helps to improve memory power and consciousness. Till now, majority of Indian men are diagnosed with Alzheimer's. This is according to the recent data, which is also available in internet. Easily can be searched. In India, particularly, men get more Alzheimer's according to the research. uh, Women also do, but the percentage is very less because women wear bindi at the same place where Sushumna Nadi is situated. Arishana, it is a symbol of sacrifice, and biologically, naturally, women have the inbuilt quality of giving care while compromising their own self care. The second one is Pushpam, flowers. So I have quoted a shloka here. Pushnati jnanam iti pushpam. The fragrance which increases the knowledge of Sri Hari is pushpam, according to this particular shloka. The flowers sanctified by Sri Hari should be worn by women. The Stree Dharma categorizes three types of flowers, and these three types of flowers are Satvika Pushpam, Rajasika Pushpam, Tamasika Pushpam. Satvika Pushpam, Jasmine, Sampige, Champaka, Jaji, Sevanti, Malle, Padri, Parijata, Kyadagi, Gulabi, Kamala, Clara, Sugandhi, Shatapatra, Nitya Mallike. These are the flowers which have great fragrance and are considered as very much pious and can be wholeheartedly dedicated to God and goddesses, particularly in Vaishnavism. And the same has to be worn by women in Dvaita philosophy. Second one is Rajasika Pushpam, the flowers which are overpowered by red color. Kaadu Mallige, Sevanti, Dasawala, Nandi Batilu, um, and white Kanagile. These are not prohibited, but they don't have as much value as the Satvika Pushpam has. So majorly women don't wear Rajasika Pushpam or Tamasika Pushpam. Only Satvika Pushpam have to be worn by women, and we can see it. But majorly these Rajasika Pushpam can, we see that in some Shaiva sects like Veera Shaiva or Lingat, they do dedicate them. Particularly Nandi Batalu is a favorite flower for Shiva. It is dedicated to Shiva, and Dasavala is one of the favorite flowers of Sri Ganapati. A Tamasika Pushpam, the flowers which do not have fragrance, Patika, Kanakambari, Chendu, Shanka Pushpa, Sanjaya Mallige, these are the one which are Tamasika Pushpam and are totally prohibited in the pujas, both in Shaivism and Vaishnavism, according to Stree Dharma Shastra. According to science behind these particular flowers to be worn by women, women are majorly prescribed to wear jasmine. Um, and science, according to the science, the fragrance of jasmine decreases the stress levels, anxiety, and it improves memory power. It promotes positive emotions. It decreases depression, and it also removes negative emotions, encourage vigor in the morning, and it is considered as a tool of relaxation. The smell which jasmine has is considered as a tool of relaxation, and through which the mental issues can be which through which mental issues get solved. It also reduces food cravings, and chronic depressions also can be from it. It is also considered as an antioxidant. That's why now we see a lot of jasmine oils, and jasmine soap, jasmine powder are being sold in the market by multiple companies. This is the reason behind it, which is also mentioned in Ayurveda Shastra, and which these antioxidants available in the jasmine, they free radicals and help reducing fine lines, wrinkles on the skin of women, and it is also considered as anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It also has antioxidant properties. It lowers inflammation and promotes wound healing capacity. Also, it does have has, and increasing production of new skin cells, which is also mentioned in Ayurveda Shastra, and helps in the vata pitta balancing and kashya properties. It reduces the symptoms of wounds, and provides quick healing. Inhaling jasmine scent increases beta waves, which are particularly responsible for maintaining consciousness and alertness. That's why in many of the cars and vehicles, jasmine fragrant fresheners are also applied, and the same have been produced by the companies. Because these beta waves, they in the brain, they improve alertness of the mind. Ayurveda Shastra says that nerve system is controlled by vata. Imbalance of vata causes weak memory or poor mental alertness in women, which can be solved through jasmine. And also hair texture will be more silky if jasmine flowers are wear. And according to again Ayurveda Shastra, jasmine reduces itching of the skin due to dryness or dandruff of the hair, scalp, and hair fall also is reduced by it. Third one is Kadage. Kajal also it is called in Hindi. It is a black fragment originated through the diya dedicated to God, traditionally mixed with chandana, shrigandha and kasturi, not the modern kajal, packed modern kajal. They are filled with chemicals. The original kajal is it was made purely with natural products like chandan, shrigandha and kasturi, with ghee which was put in the diya. Um, which was worn as a kardige or kajal by women under the eyes. It protects women from evil eye. Goddess Sri Lakshmi, Bharati, Saraswati, Parvati, and Sachi must be worshipped while applying kardige. And according to Ayurveda Shastra, Kardige gave a freshness to eyes, nourishes tiredness of the eyes, dry, rough, and injured eye, strengthens the nerves around the eye, muscles around the eye, and increases circulation, blood circulation, and thus it also provides better nutrition to the cells around eyes. And if eyes have any scraps or any glycerin over, then that also will be cleared through a pure kajal. That was the reason, and it also gives a cooling effect, and it also has antibacterial properties, because of which it was applied, and not because of any blind belief. The fourth one is bangles. In Kannada it is called as bale. The 11th skanda of Srimad Bhagavata and Lakshmi Shobhana, which is written by Sri Vadiraja Tirtha, it mentions about the importance of bangles, or bale. Uh, and there is a quote regarding it in Sanskrit: Kumarya iti kad kadak kanam. This is the quote which is mentioned. The sound of the bangles, the canorous sound of the bangles, a pious sound, is the form Sri Hari Stotram. So just by wearing a bangle and by doing the routine works, women get the blessing of Sri Hari just through the sound of the bangles. Bangles are symbolic to Ma Durga, indicating that women handles multiple responsibility in the way how Ma Durga protected the world through her 10 hands. In Ayurveda, it is believed that the human body comprises five elements: air, water, fire, earth, and uh, either. These elements are represented by the five fingers of the hand. Wearing bangles is thought to help maintain balance among these elements, five elements. And acting similarly to acupressure, bangles are said to stimulate nerves in the hand, in both the hands, and enhance blood circulation in both the hands, which may contribute to reducing stress and anxiety in women. According to the shape of the bangles are round and represent unity, infinity, and cycle of life, uh, Jivana Chakra. There are different colors for the bangles, each symbolizing something different. Red is very auspicious, and it is particularly red is very auspicious and is normally worn by in special occasions like weddings and festivals. Green represents fertility, while gold bangles symbolize wealth and prosperity. So each have different meaning. Particularly modern science perspective, wrist is considered as a very valuable part of the human body due to existence of pulse in it. Subsequently, the constant friction of bangles on wrist increase the blood circulation in the hands, conserve the energy, strengthens the bones, because in women after 40 years, bone density of the bones naturally start decreasing. So this was naturally used as the tool, and preserves the density of the bones as mentioned. And it also lessens the uh, weakening of the bones and osteoporosis. That's why if we observe the women in the back generation didn't complain much about the osteoporosis problems if we observe, because they regularly used to wear these mangala dravyas wherever they were prescribed to. It may be the payal in the leg, or the bangles. That's why. And this is a scientifically proven one. The paper is also available in the researchgate website in the internet. People can search it and read. Bangles help, they also help develop brain cells, because the nerves in the left hand directly is connected with the brain, as this also is proven by science. um, and it also develops the cells of fetus in pregnant women. It also helps to develop the cells and the brain of the fetus by sending sound waves through pulse of the wrist. That is why in the seventh month of pregnancy, women are gifted with the green bangles in a baby shower ceremony, which is called kubasa, and which are symbolic to fertility. So this is the scientific reason behind gifting women green bangles in kubasa. The bangles, they also protect women from anger, restlessness, anxiety, and makes women stay calm always. Due to the reflection quality of the glass bangles, they remove negative energy around women, and create a positive aura, and the women make women's body pious. Only glass bangles have this quality. That's why women have to wear glass bangles, and only that has been prescribed. Either a gold or glass bangles have to be worn, and if gold bangle is worn with that, glass bangles have to be added into it. Um the bangles which are made in plastic nowadays do not add on any value scientifically to this. Coming to next particular major point, which is the right to knowledge, because this is the major topic where we see feminist criticism. Right to knowledge for women. So, according to feminist critics, feminists argue that the Indian Brahmin women, or in general Indian women, were not given the opportunity to learn Sanskrit, for perform rituals, and have gurus like how men used to do. Response to that, acquiring knowledge was same for both men and women, and there are many examples which prove that women had the right to gain knowledge. I have mentioned some of them, not all. Gosha, she was the granddaughter of Dragata Maharishi and daughter of sage Kakshivana, and she was suffering from leprosy, and due to which she was not getting married. And according to Stree Dharma Shastra, women have to get married to get moksha. So subsequently, she was a well-read uh, she was well-read person. So she composed a mantra on Ashwini Devatas to get cured, and after getting cured by from leprosy, with the help of the mantra, she got married. Uh, so Brahmavedini ladies like Lopamudra, Gargi, Maitreyi are also mentioned in our Vedas. Sita, Draupadi, Kunti, etc. characters from Ramayana and Mahabharata also have been given a lot of importance in our Shastras. Women also had the right to teach students. Bhagavata mentions three such names, the daughters of Dakshayana and Swadha. Um, they had three particular daughters who were uh, sadhus, sadhvis, uh, and these three daughters are basically the one who had gained moksha through their tapas. Sri Harivamsha Charitre, which is part of Mahabharata, also mentions about Yakpattala, Yakparna, and Annapurna, male Maharishis, which has to be focused on, uh, particularly while explaining about Shraddha rituals. mentions of these particular female rishis are mentioned, and how they got moksha through their tapas just by eating a single leaf per day. They performed the tapas. That all story is mentioned in the Harivamsha Charitre. So currently, Madhva Matas is organizing Bhagavata Adhyaya exam on other scriptures and pious literature. All the Madhva Matas, we can observe that. Many are actively working in the translation. Many women are actively working in the translation work of many Sanskrit manuscripts under the guidance of Matadipatis itself. And the feminists need to see about this particular element in depth and the structure of the society to understand the real status of Madhva Brahmin women or any Brahmin women. And willingness is one more important thing to be observed. Shastras tell that not to force any women to read the particularly prescribed or to listen to particularly prescribed Shastras. If a woman is willing to listen or read the prescribed Shastric works, then only she is supported. Then all the doors of the matas and matadipatis are open to guide her and to tell her how to read, what not to read. But if there is no will to read, then there is no force in Madhva Siddhanta. It has to come from the heart. Then the community will, uh, acharyas will surely help for that. And that is also mentioned in the Stree Dharma Shastra. And here, as I have mentioned, uh, according to Sri Dharma Shastra, women who is well read equally as men can also wear Tulasi Mala. This is bit controversial, but it is mentioned in the Sri Dharma Shastra. The literature of Mahabharata, Harivamsha, Bhagavad Gita have been written by Sri Vedavyasa for the intellectual empowerment of women and Shudras. Particularly nowadays, we see a lot of commentaries. This is not part of my talk, but just going to add it, saying that Shudras didn't had any opportunity to listen to uh, Shastras or Mahabharata or Ramayana or Sanskrit. That is not true. Clearly, in the shloka which is mentioned, it is clear that both women and Shudras were given opportunity to listen and understand the essence of whole four Vedas through Mahabharata, Harivamsha, Bhagavad Gita. Because women and Shudras are not given the right to read Vedas, but they can listen to other things, and they can also read Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, and Harivamsha. Sri Madhvacharya has mentioned about intellectual rights. So Sri Madhvacharya has also mentioned about the intellectual rights of women in Tatparya Nirdaya, and it can be seen through the PowerPoint presentation over here. So I'm not going much into it. Next is Guru Mantra. This I cannot leave because it is very important one. Very less it is mentioned. Guru Mantra is a mini form of Sandhya Vandana made particularly for women in Madhva community. And marriage is considered as the Upanayana for women, and she takes. It is believed that it is a rebirth of a woman. And Brahmins, as I told in the beginning, are called Dvija. In Dvaita Vedanta Shastra, men and women both have the path to become Dvija. Men get rebirth after Upanayana, whereas women get it through marriage. A man completely, as I told, changes both of them through these things. Guru Mantra, in Guru Mantra particularly, the procedures are very similar to Sandhya Vandana. Women wear Gopi Chandana through Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and Padma, and mount the Achamana while chanting 24 names of Sri Narayana with water. This clearly shows that, particularly in Madhva community, both men and women have been given equal rights in the case of intellectualism. Scholars presently also we have scholars who are performing Guru Mantra daily. One among them is Shri Prajanya Devi Maholi ji, who also has given a lecture on only Guru Mantra. It is available in YouTube. Interested people and women can see it. But to perform Guru Mantra, women have to be married. Uh, so next I'll move to bathing privileges for women prescribed in Stree Dharma Shastra. So only women have the right to lighten up the diya in the morning without bath. Just after getting up from the sleep, she can wash her face and feet, and she can lighten up the diya. And it is not compulsory for women to have head bath daily. It does not matter. Only men have to do head bath daily, because it is believed in Shastra that women contain amsha of Sri Lakshmi and Ganga in their head. So that much value has been given to women. Coming to next, equality in marriage. Of course, this is spoken by other resource persons too, but briefly I have also added it here. Menstruation. I'll just go through the points which are here. So five elements which are mentioned about menstruation in the Shastras regarding why women have should not have head bath. Same are according to scientific procedures. I'll not go in depth while explaining because there is no time. So there is lot of similarities between the strict reasons and scientific reasons to prove why women should not have a head bath during her menstrual cycle. Menstrual hygiene and Shastras, as I have listed out in Rigveda, Manusmriti, Garuda Purana, and Ayurveda, Sushruta Samhita, in all these Shastras, and I have also quoted the shloka number. So, of course, it can be re-evaluated by anyone through these shlokas. Menstrual hygiene has been mentioned for women. It is not the modern concept, it was already told in our Shastras. Coming to conclusion, I'm ending it in just 1 or 2 minutes. I'm already at the conclusion. Shastras have given a lot of importance for different roles played by women in the society, such as mother, sister, wife, daughter. Stree has been part of the development of Bharat directly, or it may be indirectly. One such examples I have to mention here is Kalyani Devi, who was elder sister of Sri Madhvacharya. She was a great Sanskrit scholar, Sadhvi, and she wrote 3 books in Sanskrit, and one among them is on Sri Krishna of Udupi, which is entitled as Govinda Stotram. Particularly, the Shastras like Devi Upanishad, Devi Mahatme, and Devi Bhagavata Purana are made particularly to appreciate the feminine power. And in Shastras, women hold immense spiritual, social, and cultural significance. They are seen as embodiment of Shakti, who is the divine feminine energy, and which is central to creation, preservation, and of course, destruction in the universe. This divine energy places women at the heart of cosmic and spiritual life of the universe, and women are regarded as the guardian of purity, fertility, and motherhood. Without women, the world cannot uh, continue. She is the one who continues the world through samskara, through giving birth to next generation. And texts like Grahastutra, Manusmriti, they all have mentioned about how women nurture children and preserve family traditions with motherhood, and how she is considered as a sacred personality. uh, so despite of some patriarchal criticism, texts like Upanishad, Bhagavata, and the whole concept of Dvaita Vedanta majorly prescribes that women, if she performs good karma, she also can achieve the liberation, moksha. So, by saying these things, I'll conclude. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. there is much more to the topic. This is not the end. uh, Other scholars also can research on it, and there is still more which I was supposed to tell. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Namaste, Nidhi ji. Thank you very much. We are running delayed, in fact. So we are not in a position to take questions. Dr. Y.N. Rao Garu has complimented you. He said, excellent presentation. Could you share your PPT with my email ID? And there are some comments by one Lalita V. I am already answering those questions and comments.